Hello everyone, this is Monstertaming coming at you with another Kindred Fates video. This time I wanted to cover some gameplay basics. I'm going to be having a series of beginner's guides that go over increasingly more advanced aspects of just the general gameplay of Kindred Fates, not so much specific kinfolks. To start off with, we're going to be having just that gameplay basics, the building blocks and foundations for the game. That being said, the most important one is team building. This right here is the team you start the game with. If you just click game, create new team, this is your team. I highly recommend against playing this team. Essentially, why? The ability comp is not great, and Black Mask on Bear is like a death sentence to even an experienced player. Like, it's a huge handicap if you don't know what you're doing. So with that being said, I'm going to whip up a team that I do think is appropriate for new players. And here we have it. I think this is probably the safest team you could go for as a new player. Nothing too crazy or exciting here. It's a pretty standard team. Fits pretty nicely into the meta. Basically, Ember will be your damage dealer. Lumala can heal up your kinfolk. Kudoki can be a real annoyance. Even if you're not particularly good at landing sleeps yet, Kudoki can still be super annoying with Center Flies and Wicked Thorns. And Shovelet is just an all-around tank and can help you if you're struggling in the late game, and you might need to switch out to somebody where you kind of think of a battle plan, and just overall hard to kill and can be annoying and maybe even land you some lucky wins there. I think that no matter what kinfolk you switch to when you're playing this team, you're not going to be confused on how to play them. You're not going to make, game losing decisions. The most complicated to play is probably Shovelet because of using rest, but the coffee bean makes that far more forgiving than it would have been otherwise. And overall, if you're brand new to the game and you don't quite know what to do, these are the abilities I suggest you using with the team I suggest using. If you want, you can always change out the kinfolk and change out their abilities at your leisure. I recommend avoiding 3 abilities in particular. That would be Crush, which is from Shovelet and Mekid, Counter, which is from Slifer, and then Wither, which from Skullkin. Those abilities are either a mix of being not so great or really hard to use. So I suggest new players avoid those. With that being said, I'm going to take this team. You go to click play. Go down to practice, the bottom here. You can bring this team into the practice arena. That's what it will look like. You can change your kinfolk up there, change your items up there. Note, if you change your kinfolk, you cannot actually change their setup over there. You have your ability to heal damage kinfolk. You can change the light over here. But the reason I came here is I want to demonstrate some of the things in game. The default bind for dodge is shift. You will want to dodge. Let's see if I can. Ember usually likes fighting. I'll show you guys how dodge and shield work. See, dodge, you'll be able to escape the attacks. You have to be careful when you use it because it'll use up your stamina. You can get punished if you dodge too early. And then Ember is using shield right there, but shield is something else you have to be careful with, because if you use that too soon, then see, look, if you hold it for too long, you get stunned like this. Now, the main difference between shield and dodge is dodge consumes stamina, shield doesn't, but shield, can mess you up. I highly recommend only using shield in quick burst. So let's say if you're fighting this Ember and I'm sitting over here, you're that Ember, I want to pull up an explosion on you like this. Look, you see that tail coming, so you know it's going to be coming, and then you can hit that and keep it up for just a little tiny bit. Next up, I want to cover another pretty fundamental basic: map control. Doki and Shovelet are both really good for this. Let's say we're on ruins right now. Our enemy's coming for us. We block this off here, put stunner flies down there, and now we have like a safe zone. We can dart in and out, be like, hit them, run back, hit them, run back. You can control the map. Your opponent can't get to you. You force them to come to you. Maybe they make some bad decisions, and you can mix in stuff like, all right, yeah, Kudoki has all this set down. Now I go to Shovelet, and then I want to drop a rock slide over here. Or I see them coming through my thorns. I put down a quicksand, or they break through. You can reset with Shovelet with dig, and come back around, make them chase you a little bit, and so on and so forth. It can be very good if you're worried about, like, your kinfolk are low on health and you need to stall out because you have some dots on them or something like that, or if you need to heal up with Lumala. You can lock down an area like that, maybe make them rush in, make a mistake, and then capitalize on that mistake after they rush in. Or if they decide to hang back, then you'll be able to heal up and do pretty good for yourself. Speaking of swapping around, I want to show you guys the potential that you should always swap often. So if I go like this with Shovelet, for example, see if I this other Shovelet, you can quicksand, you can dig down, quicksand gets a little bit better, but now Shovelet stuff is on cooldown, so I want to switch to Lumala. As soon as I can, I want to switch out of Lumala, switch to that, get the stunner flies down as soon as possible. And then you want to switch over to Ember so you can get some of his cooldowns off. And then after everybody's injured, like, oh, well, Lumala's here. You might want to wait a little bit before you drop the light down. But, well, maybe a small mistake there, but you kind of get the idea. You want to switch around, make sure your kinfolk's abilities are always going off, because the basic attacks are good in some situations, but most of the time it's better to just have your kinfolk's abilities on off cooldown. You want to just have it constantly swapping around. And then last but not least, we have a more complicated attack. This is something I've dubbed the Inku mechanic. It is where you dodge into an attack. Normally, when you dodge, you go like this, and then you attack. But if you take the time to practice, you can do that. You have to do that dodge and the attack essentially at the same time. See? If you don't do it at the same time, that happens. You'll just dodge. You won't even attack. But normally you'll do like that. That's me spamming the attack button. Versus that, nothing. That, attack. See how fast it is? And it's not always easy to do, especially in the heat of battle. So let me show you how it might work against somebody like Lumala here. If you're not super experienced with it, it's hard, especially, see, look, I messed it up there. It's not an easy attack to pull off consistently. So I suggest you come into the practice arena and do similar to what I'm doing here. You know, to kind of almost throw the fights against the NPCs a little bit. And then focus on it. Sometimes you'll get too soon. Sometimes you'll get too late. Notice on how your timing is failing. If you're going too soon or too late, like that was perfect. But, you know, if you do that, you're too soon. If you do this, you might be too late, you know, or that's too soon, the other one's too late. Because you have to time it exactly right to land it. Or else you'll have something like that. I think I've spent a little bit too much time on this. So I think you guys get the general idea of these basics here. And I hope this is able to help you guys just get better at the game in general. I do plan on producing some more content in this similar to this. So if you enjoyed, please leave a like and comment telling me so. And I'll see you all next time. This is Monstertaming signing off. You have a wonderful day. Goodbye. God bless. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.